Hello fellow commanders and welcome to another Strategic Command World War One with me, Bubblebox, and in the last and first episode proper we actually just deployed all our units. We didn't really do too much attacking. We're sending our German Navy up towards the Gulf of Finland to try to take on the Russian Navy. We set a defence up mainly on the eastern front, attacking down on the southern front towards Serbia and setting up we didn't attack Brussels or Belgium we didn't declare war rather on Belgium. We decided to leave it a little bit. The reason for that I'll explain shortly, and we're going to be trying to entice the French AI to attack us before we counter into them. So we're going to press the end turn key and we'll see exactly if our plans come to fruition. Let's go. So Luxembourg has surrendered because we took that at the beginning of the last turn, and we've plundered a few MPPs which are going to come in useful. Okay, we've got a decision. Our Mittelmeer division, whose flagship is the Gutenberg battlecruiser, is currently in the Mediterranean sailing towards Constantinople. It is recommended that Goeben continue on to Constantinople, where it will be taken into the service of the Ottoman Navy and renamed the Yavuz Sultan Selim. If you decide not to send the Goeben onto Constantinople, then she will instead sail to Pola in the Adriatic, where she will serve alongside the Austro-Hungarian Navy. Would you like the Goeben to sail to Constantinople to serve the Ottoman Navy? Yes, which is probably going to help us with bringing the Ottomans into the war. Or would you rather she sailed to Paolo and served alongside? So there are some notes with these we can have a quick look at. Saying yes will not only provide the Ottoman Navy with an urgent needed reinforcement, but it will also help mobilise opinion in the Ottoman. Yeah, so I think it's a bit of a no-brainer, that one. I think we're going to have to, and with some of these decisions, they are kind of, you're always going to go a certain way, you're never going to go the other way, which is, it would be nice perhaps if it was a little bit more, not necessarily 50-50, but you could take a chance and get an extra benefit or something like that, because with this one, I mean, who's not going to say yes, because you want the Ottomans in the war as quickly as possible. So yeah, we're going to say yes for this one. France increased its arm production, so a few more bit more industrial stuff going on for the French. General von Bohm-Ermolli and the 4th and 7th Corps of our 2nd Army are currently en route to Novi Sad and Tetchenberg near the Serbian border, where they will deploy shortly and take part in the invasion. However, deploying there will leave us with insufficient forces to face the Russians. Therefore, it has been suggested that we send them to the Russian border. So, do we send them to Serbia, or do we send them to Russia? At the moment, I've gone a bit defensive in Russia because I want to take the Serbians out. Unfortunately, sending them to fight the Russians will delay their arrival as well. I don't want to delay getting units onto the field either. So, would you like to send them? Yes, we can have a look at the notes if you want. You can have a look at that. But I'm definitely going to say yes to these. Again, a bit of a no-brainer. We've got to get Serbia out of the war for a swift victory. So, let's say yes. Yes was the right answer. Would you like these immediately? Yes, Serbia. So we should plonk a couple of extra units down near Serbia, as that just says there. So we've got a nice commander down near Belgrade now, so that's going to help us when we attack into Belgrade. French mobilization continues. Russian mobilization continues. In other words, they're getting more units. Austria-Hungary, yay, we're going to get a few more units, including a commander. That's going to be ultra handy, and a unit going right on the border there. That's very exposed. And you can see here, this is just a summary of the turn, and you can see why you don't attack the Netherlands, because we're currently getting plus 65 MPPs in the terms of food supplies via the neutral Netherlands. So yeah, there's that. And okay, so let's see what the AI does to us. I'm sure we're going to take a bit of damage, especially in the east. Hopefully they won't take too much damage from the French and we'll be able to counter-attack into them. So yeah, as expected, the Russians coming forward. Serbians just kind of reinforcing probably. I doubt they'll do much attacking down in Serbia. They're going to be more defensive, I would imagine. French moving around. Are they going to come forward? I would like them to. The Russians are definitely going to come forward. They're kind of just getting themselves. They probably are back a little bit. And they probably the AI probably calculates for us to be more aggressive in the east, and we haven't been. So they might actually not attack us too much in this first turn. But the French doing exactly what I want them to do, which is attack us down in southern France. And the Russians are coming forward into our line. I've kind of kept these behind the river here to provide us with a little bit more protection, although that corps is in a little bit of danger. Their cavalry unit attacks into our fortified position, where we've only got a little unit. They were called garrisons. I think they're called detachments now in this game. So they're just a detachment there in that fortified position. The Russians have caught us in Chernovitz, but we've done them a good bit of damage, and we did get ourselves dug in, remember. Trench warfare plays a big part in this game, and you need to dig in whenever you're going to be going a little bit defensive if you possibly can. So they have taken those oil fields, but they've taken some damage doing it. So kind of 50-50 on that one, I reckon. So lots of Russian units, got a Russian commander there, French commander moving forward. I would like to see these French units in the south near Belfont move forward as well. I don't know whether they dare. They have actually moved forward towards our positions a little bit, so that'll give us a chance to attack them back, being adjacent to, from being in an adjacent position, starting position. The arrival of thousands of refugees from Galicia spreads fear through Austria-Hungary. The loss of grain from Galicia leads to hunger in Austria-Hungary. Russian morale is boosted by the capture of the Galician oil fields. The UK seizes the Ottoman dreadnought Sultan Osman I, to which the Ottomans are not happy. That means they're going to move towards the Central Powers as well, diplomatically, and we'll enter the war a little bit sooner, hopefully. Right, do a bit of calculating of supply, and then we get to have our turn. Okay, that's just a little bit of a summary. Oh, we've got another decision. Chief of the General Staff Helmuth von Moltke. Given our weakness in East Prussia, we could greatly strengthen our position there by bringing Paul von Hindenburg out of retirement. Okay, to assist him in his duties, Erich von Oedenfels can serve as Chief of Staff. Providing Hindenburg and Ludendorff with the necessary logistical support is going to cost us quite a lot. 200 MPPs and 50 for 4 turns. That's quite a lot, but having another commander on the field, yeah, again, it's another one of those. It's a bit of a no-brainer. I can't believe anyone would say no to that. So, yeah, we're going to say yes once again. Von Hindenburg comes out of retirement to command East Prussia. So we've got a commander out in the east as well now, the northeast part, near Danzig, which is good. And we've got another decision. Chancellor Konrad von Hotzendorf. Huge numbers of refugees have fled the areas of fighting and need to feed, clothe and house them is placing a huge burden on the empire's economy and infrastructure. If we are going to prevent any further impact on national morale, it would be right to invest in caring for the refugees. Saying yes to provide food, clothing and organisation housing will cost 50 MPPs and will raise our national morale by 2,000. What is our national morale? I think it's around 32. That's a bit of a chunk. So again, saying no is going to decrease it. That's a 4,000 national morale swing. So again, even if we check the notes, I think, yeah, it's going to be a yes for that. We're definitely going to be wanting to keep hold of our national morale wherever we can. Providing care for refugees increases Austro-Hungarian national morale. So that'll do it. Give us a little bit of a peak on our national morale. So now that's it. So it's our turn. We're going to start off over here on the Western Front with our German friends. We've got a few MPPs to spend as well, but I want to try not to spend them if I can help it too much, and to invest in research in the early stages. So let's see what we can do down here. We've got a 4 attack there, which we're going to take for sure. Okay, and now it's probably worth moving right up to the front and attacking as much as we can. Let's check out the adjacent ones and go back down the line. That's a 5, look at that. This is why I wanted them to get out of there and dug in positions and attack us. Oh, that is beautiful. So we'll attack their cav right there. And then I'm going to move this guy actually back to there. And we'll get another one in position. Down there. And finish that cavalry unit off. That's one less unit to have to deal with. This guy I can actually shoot and scoot with, and he's still going to do 3 damage, so let's do that, and hopefully we can still scoot him back. I hope he's got enough, yeah, he's got enough points to scoot him back still, and we can fill that gap again. I think that's from something as far away. We could even bring the cavalry down to finish that guy off. We've got an overstrength 11 cavalry, which is really strong, so we'll bring that down. Going to do the, oh, can't quite finish him off though with that. That's a shame. Let's just not do that. Let's bring one of the infantry forward then. I could move that one and then move that one down. Yeah, let's move. Gonna move this one down. That's a 4, you see. Hopefully we can finish it. Oh, don't quite manage it. Now I might be able to do a swap here. Although I'm not going to be attacking into Verdun with this guy because that's going to take losses. So yeah, we'll just... I'm going to take one loss there as well. That's unusual. But I'm going to take that one and we can keep using this one. This other chap over here. So that's another unit down. We can actually, if we did want to move forward, we could attack that. But that would leave our unit exposed. And that's something I don't want to do at this stage. These units are quite well dug in. And remember, I don't want to be spending lots of points on... replacements early on. I want to be getting my research done, so I'm going to move that one back. I'm going to move this one into that fortified position and take another shot there, and then if I can swap that as well, in fact I can actually pull that back to there and move that to there. But if you swap you lose a bit of morale, so it is best to move rather than swap if you can. And I can move this one down to there, into there, and... Oh, 4, please kill! Oh, not quite! And I don't think I can swap. I think that's used all its action points. No, it hasn't. I can swap. So I'm going to be able to finish off yet another French corps there. So that's beautiful. And we've got all fairly strong units on the front line. I might even be able to swap out and get a full strength unit on here. And we'll move this one up to there. So we can get ourselves a full strength unit. I want to put the cavalry one on there. I'm not sure. I can't get that one in. I can't get any of the other infantry corps in there. I might pull this one up to there and put this cavalry unit on the front line there and stick this one, or maybe one of these. No, I'll stick this one into Luxembourg. And move my... No, I'll leave my commanders back. Just give us a little bit of space for manoeuvring. We've got 2 more units here though we can move forward. I'll move that commander up there. In fact, no, I'll move this one down there. I'm going to keep this aircraft, get this aircraft a bit closer, I think. And I think that's kind of... I know it looks as if I'm not doing too much on the Western Front, but it's all about MPPs and what you spend them on, and I want to get my research going as fast as I possibly can, and that's because that is, believe me, going to really pay off for us. If we do manage to do it, really pay off for us in the kind of, well, not too distant future, certainly in the mid-game. Let's just check out how far UK is on 80%, so it's probably going to be maybe 1 or maybe 2 turns if we're lucky before the UK get into the war. So we might get another turn. Now what would be useful is to overstrength my units before the UK comes in, the ones that I can. So that is going to be what I'm going to be spending some of my MPPs. I do want to... We'll do that at the end, I think, at the end of this turn. Now let's do Serbia next. So I'm not sure still if we can really take it. We might be able to take Belgrade. It's going to mean taking some losses, or we could take the units away out from around Belgrade first, I suppose, and just completely surround Belgrade and take it in the next turn. That might be a better option in terms of losing units. So I'm going to move this guy right into the fray there, and I'm going to take a 2-2 hit there. Takes that down to 4, takes me down to 8. Okay, now if I move that down to there, I don't think I'm going to be able to swap, am I? Oh, I can actually, so I might swap that over and see if we can... Oh, but he can't attack then. That was a mistake. Okay, never mind. Let's see, I could move that right into there, but there is a danger there of getting surrounded. Although I could use my commander. It might be worth just squeezing that right up in there. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just to try to take the advantage here. Take another shot there. Takes it down to 2 and a pullback, so that's nice. Oh, actually we've managed to surround this guy in Valjevo, so that's good. And then I'm going to bring this one down. I might... That can get down to there, so I might just move that to there. Move this guy down to there, and I'm going to do an attack here actually, even though it looks not so beneficial, and then maybe I can get a 2-2. I can't. I'm going to keep attacking actually, just to take the points out away from Serbia as best I can. I should have used this aircraft earlier, shouldn't I? Let's attack this little guy in Valjevo. We've still got this chap to move down. Now I could attack the guy in Valjevo, which I think I will do actually. Oh, was that all? I'm going to take that shot. Please don't take too much damage, only 2. Okay. Now I know you might think, well, attack Belgrade straight away, but because we surround it, it's getting lower and lower on supply and stuff, and so that will gradually decrease as the turns go on. We'll leave the commander there. Everything else is fine. We do want to get these Germans in on the action, and we can zoom them straight down now actually. So let's get that one down, and we'll get this guy down as well. So they'll soon be in on the action also, and we've got these which I might think about fast moving. Let's see after the end of it, we'll see how many MPPs I've got left to use. Now here, these guys are really exposed here. They're in a lot of danger. Now I'm just wondering if I can get one of these units across and entrench it at the same time. Well, that's quite a nice hit actually. I'm going to get this unit across here and entrench it. Again, we're going to stay a bit defensive just for the early... I can't entrench there. Just for the early part of the game. Early few moves. And then I could move this one up. It's just to stop them flanking, so that I'm getting too many hits on the same unit. So I'm going to move this one up as well. I'm going to take that shot there. Might take me down. He's sandwiched between 2, so there's only 2 hexes they can attack him from. In fact, I could pull him out and move in one of these cavalry units now, and we might actually finish this guy off. Let's take another shot. Oh, he's actually pulled back, so we won't move that now. We'll stay where we are. We're not going to retake that because they're just going to get destroyed. We're going to hang here, and we can't entrench. Ooh. Alrighty, now then, we've got these guys down here. We're going to leave that one entrenched there. And I might leave my horses. If they come at me, this is the only one that's in danger. And I could even... I don't know. I can move this one forward. I'm going to move this... I'm going to move my cavalry up, actually. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? So let's just move them up. I will take a shot there. I'm going to take damage back, but hopefully if I can get... No, I can't. Okay, let's entrench. Just there. It's funny that cavalry can entrench, but that's the way it is, I guess. And then I'm going to move my commander up into Stanislav. Leave this guy back here. I've got a kind of a reserve cavalry unit there. Everything else is going to stay in position. I'm not going to start attacking with these guys. I'm going to entrench this guy over here, though. Now that I've got the chance. Okay, yep, and I'm going to put a better unit into Thorn. Or I could... No, what we're going to do, we're going to attack here. Oh, wow, wow. This plane is actually going to keep flying south because I want this over near Serbia. This plane did attack, didn't it? Yeah, I'm going to move that a little bit closer. I'm moving all my air force down near Serbia to help out down there. Yeah, and I'm going to do a little bit of an attack there. I'm fairly happy that... well, can I still entrench? No, I can't. And then this one, I could take that out, although I probably should reinforce that guy, really. Because he is looking vulnerable, although I could take out that unit. Yeah, I think taking out a unit is definitely worth it. Even though he's not going to be able to reinforce now. And then we've just got these guys up here. I want to reinforce this chap in Memel, spending just a couple of, or 7 MPPs on that. And then this guy needs to pull back because he's going to die. Otherwise, I could do some attacking, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pull... Actually, I'm a bit worried here. I'm very exposed. I'm going to take a little bit of a chance. I'm going to move this guy. to there and pull this guy back to Allenstein. I hope they don't move up to Allenstein because that's a very vulnerable unit. And we'll move our commander forward a little bit. And we'll entrench here rather than attack. Or I could overstrength them, but I think entrenching is the way to go for the moment. Yeah, so they're entrenched. We will reinforce this chap as well. And that's kind of that over on the eastern front. I think that's most of my fronts done. Again, not a massive, no massive pushes from us. Oh, I've got these guys I need to sort out. Right, okay, so let's spend some MPPs now. We've done that. The Ottomans, by the way, aren't in the war yet, so that's why I'm kind of ignoring them at the moment. So, diplomacy-wise, it's important to get your infantry going and obviously get your money up and stuff like that. Not diplomacy, what am I talking about research-wise? Get your money up and stuff like that. So we're going to start doing the passive, more passive ones, because they're the ones that don't cost you to upgrade. So we're going to get infantry warfare on the go for the Germans. And we'll get, and yeah, I think I am going to operate this commander down here because it's going to take him forever to get there. So we're going to operate him. There's my German units. This one and this one. So we'll operate him down to there. Okay, and I'm probably going to operate my artillery piece down there as well. Actually, if I move this one space, I can actually operate my artillery onto that town, into Sarajevo. So yeah, and the rest of the German units I think I'm going to just spend on research. So I'm thinking of banging 2 into infantry warfare actually, although I might bang another one into infantry weapons. And spying and intelligence would increase my rate of research somewhat, so I'm going to bang one into there as well. So that's done, that's got that going, and so far as the Austria-Hungary, these are going to be these are all about infantry, artillery, not so much about the Navy and the Air Force, they have got quite a strong Navy. So we're going to really go for infantry on these. We've got 238, so I'm going to bang in some infantry, and we're going to get infantry weapons going as well. It spends pretty much all of their MPPs. That's that kind of done. Then it's the Navy to sort out. We're going to keep our sub moving, I think, and I want it to keep an eye also on what's going on the blockade front. I'm going to set it to silent, and we're just going to move around over here and see if we can spot any British ships doing any naughty things over there, which they're not currently, so that's fine. And then, now what I wanted to do here was get up into the Gulf of Finland. We'll send our sub forward first of all to check out what's happening up here. Oh, there is that's a cruiser, I think. Difficult again, as I said, to tell the cruisers from the, yeah, that's a light cruiser from the destroyers. So I'm gonna send this guy up, and where should we put our mines? We've got to have our own kind of way through, I guess. So I'm gonna let's not set mines this turn. Let's move our ships a bit further. I want to keep away from here, so I don't want them to spot us just yet. So we'll kind of move up to here this turn, and then the next turn we'll be able to move much closer, plant our mines and get our ships into a good position to attack. Get those destroyers up there. We've got these are the dreadnoughts in front. We've got the battleship in behind. We've got a heavy cruiser. We've got some light cruisers as well, and then we've got a couple more light cruisers back here. I think they're light cruisers. Oh, that's a destroyer actually. As I say, I can't tell the bloody difference. That's another destroyer, and then we'll whack this guy over here, and now whack this guy over here. Oh yes, we need to keep these guys moving forward towards east as well to help out. They're definitely going to be needed over there. I think that's kind of everything I want to do on this turn. I'll just zoom out to have a quick scan around, make sure I've done everything. Nothing to do with the Austrian-Hungarian Navy, is there? Oh yes, there is. I need to pull these guys back, actually. Being careful not to bump into my own mines, of course. We haven't got any more mines we can lay. No, we've done all that mine laying we can do there. So I'm going to put that into port. And I'm going to get my little sub back into port. We'll try and reinforce that at some point when we can. That's it I think for this turn. I'd like to thank you all for watching. We'll get the AI's turn done at the beginning of the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do comment below on how you think I'm doing so far. Ask any questions about the game. I have played in the beta as well, so I know a fair bit about the game. And like, subscribe for more. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one.